This is Cami Campbell, and I am showing you a preview of my fourth grade unit on the Oregon Trail. It's a combination of language arts and history standards both. The essential questions that I have for my unit are: what were the hardships and successes of American pioneers on the Oregon Trail, and what are the traits of a pioneer? The standards that I'm covering in my unit are a combination of informative writing and informative reading standards. In addition, I've included a speaking and listening standard about reporting on a topic or text in an organized manner with respect to supporting main ideas and themes. The essential texts that I'm using for my unit include, first of all, the student textbook that they have called A Rendezvous with Idaho History. The reason that I want to supplement this text is because this particular chapter on the Oregon Trail is written in a narrative style in the form of diary entries, and I don't feel like it's very informative, so I'm going to scaffold that with the book Wagon Train by Bobby Kalman. The Lexile on that is 810, and it has, once again, it's written in a nonfiction format, and it has lots of pictures and illustrations and captions that I think will help scaffold this information. For my close reading activity, I really like this poster on close reading from our required readings this unit. However, I think that for the first lesson that I do with my students using this book, I would move this step 6 to the beginning. I feel like it's important that I'm modeling how to do close reading for my students before asking them to do it. So it seems logical to make that my first step, and then once I feel like they've got it, then I may drop that scaffolding and allow them to do it with minimal support. Once we've done the close reading of a section of that text, one of the activities that I really like to use is called Write, Pair, Share. It's a version of Think, Pair, Share, but in this case, you pose a question to students and give them an index card. They write down their response to the question, and they have to cite evidence from the text that you're using to support their opinion. Next, they pair up with another student, and each of them share their opinions orally that they have written down. This is sort of a rehearsal for them to get out what they want to say prior to doing a whole class discussion. Once students have paired up and shared their opinion, then you bring the whole class together for a discussion. You select a classroom leader to start the discussion. And during the discussion, it's expected that all students will at some point during the discussion spin their card. In other words, telling the opinion that they wrote down on their card and then handing their card in to either the leader of the discussion or the teacher. So it's a nice way to get all your activities like writing, speaking, and listening all into one activity. These are the text-dependent questions that I would use for this book, The Wagon Train. Once again, I'm asking students to cite their reasons or evidence from the text for these types of questions, and that will help. Most of these questions will lead in to the activity, the Write, Pair, Share activity. So that is my fourth grade unit on the Oregon Trail.